Grand Rising, blessed babies, how are you? I hope everyone is doing all right. I hope that everyone has an amazing day. And don't forget to thank God for the day that He is giving you today. So, with that being said, thank you, God, for giving us another day. Thank you for giving us another chance to allow us to fix whatever we may need to fix. Thank you for giving us a chance to be able to see the people that we need to be able to see one more time. Thank you for giving us another chance to, right our wrongs and learn something new. Um, Thank you. With that being said, in God's name, I should. Um, I actually watched a message this morning from someone, got a little word from one of my subscriptions, and it got me to thinking that so the things that I go through, not only physically but spiritually, it if I was to say it out loud to someone else, I feel like they would be like, "Girl, you tripping? You crazy? Are you sure? Like, are you sure?" Like, and it's like, well, and there's certain points where you're like, "Well, maybe I am tripping," but then there's other points where you're like, "No," because what I found from living under, next to, over disturbed individuals, because right now I live in an apartment complex, but and I have for a long time, whether it's apartment complex or duplexes or whatever. Now, I've always had a child with me with each house that I've went to. So there's always some kind of like noise or, friction, fraction, whatever. But it's within the time limits that, noise is allowed to happen, which is during the day, right? So, it's like, why would anybody be tripping? Like, get over it. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the the ways that people spiritually interfere with you. Because one thing's for sure is when I moved in where I'm at now, I moved in so quietly and swiftly that nobody even knew that there was someone in the vacant apartment until one night the lights had went out in the apartment complex. And an apartment complex, when someone's lights go out, someone goes out to check, see if it's the neighbor, whole thing. So when that happened, I peeked my head out to make sure, like, oh, is this a everybody thing, or is this just my unit? And when I did that, I saw my first neighbor off to the side, to the right of me, and they didn't even know nobody had moved in really, because I was so quiet. But it seemed like once people knew that I was here, that is when I started feeling physical, like not physical attacks, but spiritual attacks. Like that's really when my spiritual gifts started kicking in. Like they had started kicking in during my move. I went through my spiritual awakening in 2021. It started in 2021. And then it kicked off in 22 and it just kept going. But the moment that people realized that I had existed in their vicinity is when spiritual attacks started. And it can be through things that one might see as just, oh, those people are just living their life, let them alone. And you're like, okay. But then, like, when you sit in your house and you're minding your business, and when you mind your business, you're normally quiet because you're minding your business, right? But then you start to feel things, not so much hear them, because I don't really care about what somebody says, because people gonna talk their shit all they want. But the spiritual aspect, the things that people do silently to affect other individuals, is where I stand, is where I sit, because I know how that shit works. And just because a person doesn't show that they know how that works doesn't mean that they don't know how to do it. And that's what makes these individuals that are so sneaky and sly with this so evil and so nasty. So I'm not as stupid, and I know the people around me are not stupid. So people have caught on that, oh, she's a little spiritual. Like, oh, this bothers her. They figured out certain things. So now that they figured out certain things, they know that, oh, if I slam my screen door, that's going to rattle her. Oh, if I, follow her. Because The thing is, where the apartments I live in are they're paper thin. So you could hear a door slam, you could hear a person walk. You know, the floors creak when I walk, so people could literally hear me when I'm moving from room to room because my floor creaks. I have to walk on my tippy toes in order for motherfuckers not to feel me walk or hear me walk. And I've tested this theory where I walk throughout my house very silently. Nobody said no, nothing happens. But the moment somebody hears something upstairs in my house, then I hear. And I'm upstairs. That's the thing. I'm upstairs, so I can hear everything at the bottom. You know, and it's like most people will come for the neighbor that's on top. Oh, they're so loud and noisy, da da da. But then it's no one speaks about the lower levels. How the lower level could be just as noisy as the top level. Sound travels. That's the thing. And because individuals realize that, and so for some individuals, sounds trigger other individuals. And so because I know that, and I know how apartments operate, especially thin ones, I keep a little noise running in my house, whether it's a fan going or it's my music. First of all, I'm a noise person. I need noise sometimes because that's how it's therapeutic for me, whether it's a fan, a white noise, or some music. But not only do I do that to calm me and my PTSD down, I do that so I don't have to hear the surrounding areas of other people's households. I don't have to hear people walking in their house up under me, their music, their TV. I just want to hear my environment. And I'm allowed to do that as long as it doesn't exceed a certain noise after a certain time. Now, have I had some discrepancies since living here? Yes. And since then, I've still remained minding my business. However, like I said, when you are in spiritual warfare and spiritual attacks, you know what is what, especially when you're rooted and gifted and you know and you've sat and you've listened and you've said you realize that people set patterns. Like, this is the thing, there are people that are disturbed in this world, and because they are disturbed, they try to disturb others, and when they figure out how to disturb others, they will disturb that person, and they will what's the word, intimidate people. And then when you turn around and you react to what they're doing to you, boom, then they can go and say, oh, well, they're messing with me, oh, they're doing this to me, oh, they're doing that to me. But you know really what happened. And they know what happened. This is why it's not good to react to people that you know is trying to intimidate you, trying to rile you up, trying to make you. The message that I got this morning really confirm things to me. Like, I'm no saint, but at the end of the day, I know when I'm being fucked with. I'm not stupid, and that's the thing. When people start fucking with you spiritually, they also start fucking with you mentally. And because a lot of people cannot see the mental because it's inside, it can look like something else on the outside, and they can make it look like something. So if they're sitting there doing things to you, I know we all seen a Lifetime movie or two when, you know, those plots where it's like a woman wants another woman's spot, so she starts doing all kinds of stuff and it starts messing with other women psychologically. It starts looking like, you know, to like a certain pattern to others to get that person out of. Child, I be trying to tell y'all, movies are not as far-fetched as y'all think. It's just the production is what big, but the storylines are so darn real. It's not funny. Like, I've been talking for a whole 8 minutes and I probably sound like a nutball, but this is literally the energy that these individuals want you to have, is nutball energy, because then it pushes you out and it drives you out from what you were sent to do or what you're meant to do or what you want to do, because these individuals cannot get to that same part in their life. And I'm watching this and I'm watching patterns. I'm listening. Like, child, I talk to God, God talks to me. That's all I gotta say. And if anyone tells me otherwise, you a damn fucking lie, because God does exist. And so that's how I know. And then when I do stuff in reaction, I'm like, okay, God, I just did that out of reaction. Now, you know, what now? What is it that else? What do I need to do to fix it, or was it so? You know, did I just do something wrong, or was it? I always ask for confirmation because I'm the type of person that after a while you just kind of, okay, well then I'm gonna push back. Like, I think I've been in this apartment for like almost 3 years now, but like I said, I'm over people, but I have people under me. Like, I have a person under me that when I go in my kitchen, this individual starts moving around in the kitchen, slamming stuff, doing stuff, and it's like, you know, that's a trigger, because these people have already figured out low key what the triggers are, whether it's um I have a neighbor that likes to be funny when she'll open up her screen door, but when she opens up her screen door, it blocks the path. And this person will do it at the same time that they know I'm coming out, because they sit there and they watch me literally take my son out to the bus so they know what time he goes downstairs. So I've watched people purposely leave out of their house at the same time as me, because you know what? I tested something at the beginning of my son's school year. I would get up and take him to his ride share car so he could get to school, because he takes rides to school. No one was outside when I was there, but the moment that they found out that my son was back on the school bus, everyone started leaving the same time as me. People started leaving the same time as me, and making sure that they leave right at the exact same time that I'm going downstairs, the same time they're pulling out to go out the gate, like, because where you live in a gated complex, like, they, after so many of those coincidences, you learn that people fucking with you, and I think that that's the most childish shit, and I think it's the most mentally retarded shit. This is why I call people with demonic energies inside of them retarded, because they are. That is the true definition of retarded. To me, I don't see it as someone that is, academically challenged or life skill challenged. It's someone that is spiritually challenged. That is a retard to me, and I don't care what anyone thinks. I just don't. I say what I said. But I watch individuals, you know, and then even when this happened, I said, okay, it might not be so, but then it's like there's a feeling there, there's an energy there, and it's like, you know what, people aren't as stupid as they may come off, because majority of these people, they go to other motherfuckers, and then other motherfuckers tell them what to do, so they're doing what other people are, and it's just a ball of confusion. And it's just a ball of just negativity, and so this is why I don't understand people that like to do things in clusters. I've never been a cluster or a group thing. It's always been, if I feel a certain way, I'm going to do it. And if someone follows me, then they fucking follow me. But I'm not going to follow someone and do something evil to people in a group. That's pussy ass shit. I made a post this morning about the difference between a power move and a pussy ass move. A power move is something that you do and you mind your business and you worried about you. You're focusing on you, the power you will. A pussy ass move is when you focus on other motherfuckers and you're trying to pull them down to gain your ass up. I don't like that shit. I don't move like that. I don't do the gossip shit. I don't do the pussy ass power try to power do these pussy ass power moves, fake ass power moves that people do. I don't, because I don't care about people. Not in the sense where something happens, oh, I'm not gonna call, help free. I'm gonna call help free, but I don't care about people, what they do. I don't care about their lives. I don't care what's inside of their life. If you are not my friend, my family member, I don't give a fuck about you. And again, it's not in the sense where if someone needed help, I wouldn't call help. I would call them help and rescue them. But just in general, I don't give a fuck about people and their business. I don't care that hard about what the fuck someone is doing to see, oh, what they're doing. What can I do to mess them? I don't give a fuck. And I don't understand how other people give a fuck about other people and their business. I don't understand that, bro. I've never been able to understand, and I don't want to understand it, because that's stupid ass shit. You have a whole entire life that you are supposed to live until you're like at least 100. We're supposed to live until we're at least 100, and you mean to tell me that all those years you ain't found anything to do for yourself to keep your mind wrapped in your own fucking business? It does not make any fucking sense to me. That lets me know that there are a lot of people in this world who don't have shit to do. Shit to do in between doing your basic shit, which is going to school, going to work, whatever. And even then, if you got that going on, you still should be minding your business. You should have no time to be worried about somebody else. That makes no sense at all. And that also shows me that people have a lot of shadow work to do. People have a lot of self work to do. People need to learn real true self-love, self-care, because if you did all of that, you would be consumed every day with your own self instead of somebody the fuck else. Period. Is how I know a majority of the world lives for other people. They live up under people. They live to follow under people. Follow, follow, follow. See, 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 see. Look at me, look at me. It's all that superficial 3D shit. And that's why people be stuck and stagnant and angry when they see other people that they feel should be under them. Like, no, it's not. That's not. No. That's what you feel about yourself, because that's one thing for sure. When you start feeling ill feelings about someone, that's because you feel that shit about yourself. This is why I don't understand why people be so gung-ho to be in someone else's business. Or to say, oh, I'm going to do this because I know your business, cause I know your business. But then if someone was to get in their business, they put all guards up. They be feeling some type of way. That's the thing. I don't like that two-faced, two-sided ass shit. Or people want to talk amongst themselves and gossip among themselves and then breadcrumb or sugar crumb shit out. So you hear certain shit like, bitch, if you got something to say it. If you want to know something, bitch, ask. Like, I don't understand that shit. I don't understand that's creep ass shit. It's creep squad ass shit. Like, I don't understand it. This is why I don't conversate with individuals. I don't talk to people. People around here know that I be by myself, and that's why I don't need groups of people with me to intimidate people. That's ridiculous and it's childish. Like, normally when people get into groups like that and have a lot of people, they're already lonely and they need all types of support. But when they see a person that's a lone straggler or a lone ranger or a loner, people would think that that's a ticket to fuck with them. And it's like, well, if you think that's a ticket, then let me rip it so you can come to this show. Your mission is granted, bitch. Because like, do you get a check? Do you get a check for being in someone else's business? Like, are you Wendy Williams now? Like, unless you Wendy Williams, Oprah Winfrey, Maury Povich, Sally, Jenny, Ricky, like whoever. Unless you one of them motherfuckers, why are you in somebody's business? If you're not getting paid for being somebody's business, shut the fuck up and mind your own. If you got any left, and that'd be the thing. Motherfuckers don't have enough excitement in their own life, so they go in somebody else's, and it's like, for what? For what? This is why I remain by myself, because I see the world for what it is, bro. People be trying to sugarcoat shit so they don't really see what's happening. But bitch, there's no reason. Y'all see, people be seeing what the fuck be going on, but they'll sit there and they'll try to band-aid it over and cover it up. I don't do none of that shit. When I see some fuck shit, I see some fuck shit, and I keep it pushing. I'm not gonna speak about it. I'm just gonna keep it pushing, because at the end of the day, nigga, I don't have time to be speaking on fuck ass shit, because that's a stagnant ass energy anyway. When you put your mind on fuck ass shit, you become that. That's That's a fact. You are what you eat. You are what you think. You are what you say. So if you're sitting there talking and gossip about motherfuckers, then that lets people know what type of person you are. You're a gossip. You're a rat. You're a snitch. You're a this. You're a that. Okay, you might pick up on information, but just pick it up and go about your day. There's no reason why you should pick up the information and then spread it. Why are you doing that for? What are you gaining from that? A couple friends? You gossip so you can have a friend so you can feel good? That's dumb. If you can't find friends in a genuine ass way, you don't deserve no fucking friends, because if you talk about random people, you gonna talk about them friends. That is why I don't fuck with motherfuckers. Cause motherfuckers swear, oh yeah, that's my partner, that's my friend. Oh yeah, we cool. No, nigga, cause you be talking about that motherfucker. How you cool with a motherfucker that you talk about? Talking about people is not normal. Being friends with a motherfucker and then talking about them is not normal. That's why I don't fuck with people too, because people think that being friends with someone and talking shit about them is normal. People, family members definitely think that, oh, that's my cousin, but I'm gonna tell all their business, but that's my cousin. No, bitch, just because we cousins or we blood related don't mean that you can sit there and talk your shit or talk my shit. I don't know what it is with humans and always wanting to be hurt, but when they want to be hurt, it's always about somebody else, or it's about what someone else is doing. It's never about what the fuck they doing, what they got going on. It's about somebody else, somebody else, somebody else. Her, him, they, them. Like, for what? And then when something scraggly go on in their life, they want to run it back to you and think it's you. Like, bitch, I ain't said nothing, because I don't give a fuck about people. And when you have to come out and say that shit, that's retarded to me too. You shouldn't have to prove to people who the fuck you are or what you not are. It should just be what it is, because people should already be minding their motherfucking business. All the shit that's going on in this world, in this country, bitch, that for all we know, we could be headed into World War III, and motherfuckers worried about what Sally Mae Joe doing in her house, with her nigga, with her husband, or what man doing with his baby mama and they baby. Like, why is you worried for? I don't get it. And this is why I stay away from folk. So why mind my business? But see, when you do that, people just don't seem to want you to do that. And it's like, because you wild and miserable, because you need something to talk about, because you don't talk about shit enough. Like, child, yeah, you know the ones that talk the most because they be the nicest. The ones that's extra nice, them the ones that talk the most. That's what they say. The one with the biggest smiles, the biggest creep in the room, the loudest one is the with the softest one in the room. The one that talk a lot, when they hit with confrontation, they don't say shit. I've learned this throughout my years of living, child. I don't just sit here and talk this shit just to talk it. I've lived this shit. That's just experiences that I've been through. Watching people over the years, growing up too early, bitch. I've been an adult since I was 8 years old. Like I have been. Motherfucker gonna quit fucking playing with me as if I'm 12 years old from a child. I might look like a child, bitch, but I'm far from one. Stop fucking playing with me, bitch. Like, this is why I stay to myself. And people ought to notice when you stay to yourself, you have less problems. But when you ready to hear, even when you a type of person to, when you ready to, even if you don't like spread the information, but you ready to listen to gossip, and you still a negative ass person because you ready to listen to gossip. You just want to have gossip in your head. Why would you want to hold someone else's business inside of your head, inside of your mind? That alone lets you know that people are psychologically ill. But it's weird, bro. It's really weird. But I done rambled enough. I just had to get that out.